this is the present present cookie. Hello. This is from Sweet Sugar Belle Christmas set. So like if you're looking for inspiration for decorating, then you can just like Google Sweet Sugar Belle Christmas present cookie cutter. And then you should be able to see some pictures of different cookies. Okay, so what I like to do is start with my template. I'm going to fold it over because I don't have enough room. So what I like to do is add the bottom of my little bow here like that. And then add like some ribbon, you know, real pretty like. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do when you're planning out this cutter or this cookie, I don't know why I keep saying cutter, is this is just to tell me that this is going to be a different color. Okay, so what you're gonna do whenever you get your real cookie out here is we're going to decorate these sections first, and then we're going to come through and add the ribbon at the end. So what that looks like, we have our little cookie right here. Okay, so I think I'm going to use green to make the wrapping paper, I guess. So you're going to want to make the bottom of the ribbon like this, or at the bottom of the bow. Okay, so then you're going to want to kind of section it off. I don't know if you can hear the song, but this is literally my favorite Christmas song. I Celebrate the Day by Relient K. Okay, so this little cross part, that's where the ribbon is going to go. But we're going to do that last because we want the ribbon to kind of look like it's lifted off of the cookie. So we're going to close off these sections. Like that. Okay, so now you're going to want to decide, which you already know at this point, but how you want to decorate this. Do you want it to be marbled, polka dots, stripes, checks, you know. So go ahead and think about that. I think I'll do like maybe some sort of, not really plaid, but you'll see. Okay, so then you're going to want to fill in your sections. Smooth it out. And whatever kind of pattern, if you want to add a pattern, you're going to want to do that right now, like to each section. You don't want to fill all these in and then come back around because it won't lay in. So I'm going to make some small stripes. Like that. And then I'm going to make horizontal stripes too. Like that. Okay, so then you're going to just repeat that on the other sections. Okay, and then to make it look cohesive, you're going to make sure that these stripes are lining up with each other as much as you can. And then you're going to want to make sure the horizontal ones match up as best as you can. It's a little hard. Okay, so now we have the wrapping paper part done, and that really doesn't need to be there. It's okay if it is though, we'll cover it up. So you're going to want to give this a good 15-20 minutes for it to be pretty dry on the top, so that when we add our ribbon over, it gives it some really good definition. So we'll let this crust and come back to it. Okay, here's our present. The top of it is still slightly sticky, but it's not wet, so that's good. So we're gonna start up here with our bow, and I'm just going to kind of trace it really quickly, like that. Fill it in. I'm not going to fill it in too much because I don't want to make a huge mess. I'm just using my icing bag in place of my toothpick for a second. You can use the tip of it to move the icing, so, you know, if you choose to do that instead of the toothpick. Okay, so there's our bow. And when it crusts, we can come over and put the knot on top of it. Okay, so then we're gonna add our horizontal ribbon, and we're gonna let it crust after that. So we're just going to trace over like that. And you want to give this a good bit of icing so that it will essentially puff up and look, you know, more three-dimensional. Okay, so now give this more time to crust. Okay, so we've let this crust for a minute. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add the rest of our ribbon. Okay, so you can see where we let it crust because these two red places aren't smoothing out by themselves because this middle section has crusted over the top. The longer that you let this dry, the more definition that you'll get between the two lines. So, just a tip. And then we will finish it up with the little knot on the bow. And you just make a little oval or a circle or square or whatever shape that you would like the bow to be in. And there's your little present.